Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings, the science and technology. We are Backyard Musings.
Yeah. And we are talking about an opposition in all things topic today, kind of. It's a plant that has some good benefits, but also has some not so good benefits. This
And
is
that's
kind
where
of
we get most of our pharmaceuticals is from plants, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is one I guess you just got to kind of be careful with. Um, so anyway, let's talk about it. You make up your own
Researchers
opinion.
researchers take the first steps toward recreating powerful chemicals derived from plants in the laboratory. Wolfsbane and larkspur can cause neurotoxicity and paralysis at extremely low doses. Yet their chemistry has also been used against pain, malaria, cancer, and pests. Researchers have now taken the first steps toward recreating some of these powerful plant compounds in the laboratory, opening a potential route to testing and developing naturally derived treatments. Would you like to know more?
The work brought together scientists at Michigan State University and the Czech Academy of Sciences. Yep, that's
Whoop,
right
whoop.
there in Steve's backyard. Their findings, focused on Wolfsbane and larkspur, were published in Molecular Plant on June 2nd of 2026, this year. Quote, these plants have been used in different forms of medicine throughout the world for thousands of years. That's according to MSU alum Garrett Miller, first author of the paper and now an assistant professor of biotechnology at the University of Michigan, Flint.
Oh, so he
Jump
migrated from
ship.
Michigan State to UM.
Yeah,
He
jump
was in
ship.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Wow. Even after centuries of scientific progress, reproducing the chemical complexity of plants remains difficult. Quote, plants are the best chemists around, upgrading their arsenal of natural compounds over millions of years to help them survive, said Björn Hamburger, study author and the James K. Billman Endowed Professor, and he is endowed in MSU's Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology.
Quote, these include caffeine, is that capsaicin, menthol, and vanillin. Not to mention the fact that many of the medicines we use today are either come directly from plants or are inspired by plant chemistry. And that's according to Hamburger's laboratory at MSU studies these. Wait, that was a quote, but it doesn't say who it's from. Anyway, maybe it's a continuation from your guy Billman, right? Or Hamburger. Is that Hamburger? Yeah.
Hamburger.
Uh,
Hamburglar.
yeah. Okay, so Hamburger's laboratory at MSU studies these compounds known as specialized metabolites and explores how their chemistry might be put to practical use.
In
Okay.
recent years, the researchers turned their attention to larkspur, which is also called delphinium because of its dolphin-shaped flowers. They wanted to determine how the plant produces diterpenoid alkaloids, a group of chemicals that are both highly toxic and medically promising. The challenge was considerable.
Di, diter, diterpenoid, holy cow, diterpenoid alkaloids combine features from two of the oldest and largest groups of plant chemicals, giving them exceptionally complicated molecular structures. Aconitine, one of the best known examples, was isolated almost 200 years ago. Scientists have still not succeeded in synthesizing it in a laboratory. Well, get on it, man. What's
Yeah.
the deal?
The
Milking it.
project gained momentum through an unexpected meeting. At a research conference in Barcelona, Hamburger encountered scientists from Tomáš Pluskal's laboratory at the Czech Academy of Sciences.
All over here. All right, here we go. Word butchering 101 here. Mutabziza,
Gia.
Mutabgia, and other members of the Pluscal group were investigating the same difficult class of compounds in Wolfsbane, also known as monkshood. Uh, why, why do we have to rename that? Notoriously poisonous relative of larkspur. Quote, when this happens, we can either go our own ways or come together, and it's joining up that always leads to the best science. So collaboration, right? And that's according to Hamburger.
After joining forces, the researchers set out to identify the exact biochemical pathway that wolfsbane and larkspur used to make diterpenoid alkaloids. They compared several species and examined thousands of genes, looking for those that became active in the right plant tissues at the right stage of compound production.
Plants naturally make specialized metabolites in very small quantities and often at a low rate or slow rate. Identifying the genes and enzymes behind that process is therefore essential before researchers can attempt to produce compounds at larger scales.
Once a pathway is understood, its genetic instructions can be transferred into an engineered host organism such as yeast. The host can then begin manufacturing the target compound in larger amounts for further testing and development. Quote, in an ideal scenario, this could eventually help create new drugs inspired by these natural products, said Mutabjia.
After narrowing the search to a promising collection of genes from wolfsbane and larkspur, the researchers inserted those instructions into tobacco plants and used them as biological factories. Chemical analysis of the modified tobacco revealed the assembly line they had been seeking. 6 distinct enzymes worked together to produce aticinium, a diterpenoid alkaloid, whatever.
The enzymes guided the molecule into its complex final structure and helped add a vital source of nitrogen that the researchers had not expected. Identifying these early biochemical steps gives scientists a starting point for investigating the broader diterpenoid alkaloid family and its potentially useful medicinal properties. Fascinating.
Yeah. Quote, our vision is to provide green, sustainable tools that will allow us to harness these plants' natural power. And that's according to Hamburger. Okay, there you have it.
Interesting. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Research
From
and
plants.
development.
Yeah. Some plants that can either make you well or kill you. So,
All right, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you tomorrow.
take care, everyone. Have a great evening. Thanks.